perspective and then come into split and think, yeah, can they do what they did the other day? Well, they didn't on Icebox.
Yeah, has it demoralized them? Has it taken that confidence away? Has it taken all of those incredibly good factors that we were excited about and made them near on irrelevant? Shot a peek from Mixwell there.
Hey.
Should have spotted a whole lot.
A dusting of Copium. Scream looked great on the race the other day.
He did, sure. We take that. We'll see.
8-1, 8-2 or something on opening engagements on split.
Very nice.
And he became kind of the pivotal member of Karmine Corp when we're asking that question, who's going to go forward in these sorts of compositions? Scream definitely took up the mantle in that regard.
He's going to need some of that here, though. Already Heretics stamping their authority on map 1. Let's see if Mixwell can switch roll. Yeah, Mixwell's lucky to be alive here, quite genuinely. Had the slow in hand, a little bit behind the curve.
Avova wasn't looking this way either.
There. They're a little lost in this, and Scream might actually be able to punish this. Still sitting around close by. Let's see who's the victor on this one. Yeah, very cautious battle, but you can see the rest of the team leaning towards that A site. There is still presence on this side, though. Zeke is here, as is Kellogg's. This isn't unguarded, and that paint shell could be really nasty. It is. Scream's gone down, and there's the crunch. Mixwell working through middle, finding all that impact, and they're still holding. That's the Zeke you want to see, firing up. Good damage towards XMS too. Leaves him just on 20 HP. These last two players, Nuziera and XMS, way considered. Position noted. Heretics carrying on from map 1.
Clean start, you could argue if they get the kill on Mixwell, that's kind of the catalyst to explode into some kind of site commitment, but Karmine Corp unfortunately not achieving anything off this early push and pull. Vents control obtained very early on, not really anybody outside of Heretics even giving an opportunity to punish that. Timing on the split, a little off kilter. You want some pressure coming in as those Vents players take contact in heaven.
Yes.
Shadows traveling.
So now, coming back through, let's also keep our eyes on how they manage that money if that does become another factor, right? Do we see them in that similar predicament prior? Lack of utility going forward, any of that sort of business. As it stands, Sheriff's coming out in a frenzy. Kellogg's got to be careful. Man, he is quick today. Deny Scream any of that walkabout potential he had before, trying to find that timing on Mixwell, who's also waiting just in the wings. This was meant to be a 3-2 split. The spike is still all the way back by Sushi. Paranoia sent and Avova just going through the protocol list. Trying to be that rock of the B site. Kellogg's might get curious again.
Should be rewarded for it as well. Absolutely is. We'll find XMS. Desperate to find something else as well, looking to get some early charge towards that Blade Storm. Mixwell next on the chopping block here. Rivera entertaining the idea.
Okay, handles it well.
Fault line again, just a little off.
And Avova's been just running through the timing on this.
30 seconds left.
He will be challenged though. Dizzy going to go over. Oh, he's just ahead of it. Avova, lovely play. That's the man you want to be seeing. Safe pair of hands. Not overstepping, not over peaking, finding that timing just right. Yeah, lovely work. And Kellogg's doing fair amount of damage there, get himself up towards the Blade Storm as soon as he can, but didn't have that big pistol round. No. So again, making the most of it here in the second. We do see the buy coming in for Karmine Corp, so they will be up on those rifles, and what remains isn't a great deal for Heretics. They did have the Bulldog there on Zeke, but beyond that, I'm pretty sure it is just going to be Spectres, and yes, just the Sheriff coming out for Kellogg. So if there was going to be around to see the response, should be now. Scream off to a good start, though, going to find Zeke as a beginner.
I have the spike.
No, unable to really answer back from that opening engagement either. Heretics have to respect it, peel away. First time we haven't seen Mixwell invest this wall early, a late wall towards Mail here. Might even preemptively rotate towards A. And lots of time left with no progress on the side of Karmine Corp. I don't see anybody going for any sort of pressure towards A just yet. Obviously with, I mean, this composition, you could argue, fairly vintage from Heretics, and early on, at least, Mixwell playing Sage like it's 2020 again, but again, to deny this pressure towards Vents. Or at least just slow things down.
Yeah, this is going to be quite frustrating, I'm sure, for Heretics. They are on the wrong site here. Correct one
Right
for
there.
Karmine Corp.
Yeah, which is interesting because obviously Boo's set up over there with his
30
util. There's
seconds
no
left.
cam actually on B side to confirm, but
Yeah.
interesting to see actually on the back of the wall, Heretics just all in towards this A stack.
I kind of expected of over, maybe even just to sit a little bit deeper CT or you know, kind of play somewhere nearby, but no, he completely gave up the side this time.
Spike
And it will
planted.
facilitate the plant for Karmine Corp. So they are 5 strong. Get to sit in a nice, comfortable post plant as well. Mostly sitting towards B main, no one kind of readdressing Heaven. Maybe not sure on the time if they could.
Bit of utility to work with here for Heretics, though.
That's tough.
Paranoia being the key piece.
Yeah, tricky to get that first pick, though.
Yeah. I mean, you want to see a Vova coming through from spawn here, if anything, to make use of it, but Kellogg's has found Scream all the way down in Sushi. That's an upgrade, and might even be able to police this in towards Garage. Yeah, he's found another one.
Okay, this is going to deal great deals of damage to them. This will cost them on the weaponry. You can't really back away from this, and Kellogg's wants to punish if he can. They are cowering in the corner. They're going to put bodies behind this. Navarra going to deny Boo. How many of them can keep hold of this? Kellogg's is still hunting this out one. 3 players. Doesn't get any more. Okay, they keep 3 of the rifles. Not bad by any means. That's enough that they can build around it now, but the buy's going to hit for Heretics.
Very early purchase of the operator as well from Kellogg's. Maybe that's the second layer to this mid setup.
Here.
Behind Mixwell's wall, as I'm saying that,
Yep.
4 members of Heretics. Again, Boo just going to place a trip
This is gonna be fun.
and head back over. Haven't really seen Karmine got, other than that pistol round where we're looking for a late split from A main. Haven't seen heavy presence here from them.
No, and look at the pace change. Scream quick to take Invent's control. There was no indicator that potentially Kellogg's was there. This time taking the space somewhat for free. Yes, on the other side, there is, of course, going to be players watching this, but again, thought maybe there'd be a challenge in that. Not the case.
I think we're free towards A though. Can give up that ropes position. It does actually take contact on Scream. Any information behind it though, but Zeke was rewarded with a paint shell kill here previously.
The patient on Kellogg's to hold this deep of an angle is very
Progress
impressive.
outside B as well.
And it's pretty wide. It's adding faith into Kellogg's to hold this. You feel that attention coming through middle as well. You're feeling that crunch coming out. The paranoia is great! Heretics completely aware. Perfect play from Heretics. Ready like a book. The proactive play on B. The attention to detail from Kellogg's to hold that A push coming in. Just gorgeous. And Nuzera just trying to hold on to this. Yeah, he's dead. That's going to be the operator back in hand. Shouldn't be a problem on that front by any means. And Heretic showing they have the answer.
I guess a massive indicator. As soon as this fault line comes through again, Zeke knows that pressure's coming. He knows that that pop from ropes is going to happen. He's rewarded once again for a paint shell kill. Just placed at the top there. And it splits them perfectly as well. Screams ahead of it. You see, as soon as this fault line comes. And the response there from a Rover actually,
My ult's ready.
the kill and the paranoia.
enemy remaining.
And this time around, Kellogg's is rewarded. Like I said, presence hasn't been there early round.
No.
But Kellogg's posts up on it with the operator. Beautiful read from Heretics.
Very nice.
You did good.
Now, what's the adjustment? This time, Kellogg's is willing to challenge. Wall vulnerable, gone. Now he gets to patrol middle. Did have a big challenge from Scream before.
She's swinging the smoke.
Surely not. I mean, Shin has been going through using Dizzy to clear this, constantly trying to push Kellogg's away. There are 3 players here. That smoke's going to drop relatively soon. And he goes back to work, Kellogg's. No rest for the wicked for this man. Does he fancy a double dip on this? He kind of does. Oh, and Shin could be in trouble here. Okay, smoke to maybe get him out of there. Navarra, 1 HP. That is a very scary boombot at that point. Wingman gonna go in to try and force back any player, and they have taken that space now.
I got you, I got you.
I mean, it's like, what do they achieve on the back of that initial
They're
smoke?
down to 35
They're
here.
just stood behind it, hoping somebody's going to overstep the mark, and Mixwell here punished. But probably doing
30
just that.
seconds
You can
left.
see the death marker all the way deep in mail, as Kellogg's has completely given up.
This is going to be so late. Mike, it's going to be 20 seconds by the time you get out
Yeah, I
of
mean, it's
sewers.
not going to have a big impact here. Wonder if NewZero is going to post the same fault line.
Here we go. Kellogg's still paranoid about those ropes, and rightly so. He sees at least one more. Does he know the player from heaven? Avova seems unaware of the potential. If Kellogg's turns, she instead. Kellogg's is carrying on where he left off, and Avova just rock solid as ever. XMS, yes, that Sheriff does look good on occasion, but it does not change the outcome of the round. Heretics once again equipped with the answers.
What's even worse is they don't kill XMS. So he's stuck with the Sheriff now. Oh, that's tough. Beautiful round once again, though, from Heretics in terms of the adjustments, in terms of backing away, forcing the hand of Karmine Corp late on in the round. And yeah, I've seen it. I've noted it a couple of times on the player cams. I think they know themselves that this is very different to what they brought to this stage earlier on this week. I get even from our side, yeah, it's disappointing to see them not live up to that again, but is this Heretics just catching them off guard? Did they have low expectations of their opponent today?
It's really hard to figure it out. I mean, this is the first previous results. They looked so telling going forward, and already the script's been completely flipped. When we look about overall expectations for someone like Karmine Corp or Heretics, you put Heretics pretty high up on where you'd imagine they should be aiming towards.
I mean, we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, just ahead of this season starting.
Yeah.
On paper, this Heretics team is one you put towards probably a contender for that final spot in EMEA.
Potentially, yeah.
Again, very top-heavy with what we've seen recently.
Yes.
In terms of how we rank EMEA, but if we get like 80%, 90% of over evolved, Zeke back to that world champion form, Mixwell back to, you know, early days, Kellogg's firing on all cylinders, Boo delivering in this role. Heretics is a scary team.
They really are. It's just trying to implement all those pieces at the right time. Now, this is a nice adjustment here. Now, he's being tempted to kind of peek in. I don't expect him to be patient. I really thought he might just sit on that after all that attention, knowing that flank was probably in place when they went for that A piece.
Where was NewZero? I didn't even clock on the minimap, but double swing that if you've got a second body.
See, missed time, but Kellogg's under scrutiny. Does have to fall away from this as Avova's still dealing with that B main potential pressure. And even it is just Sheriffs and a mixed bag buy of those rifles to boot, it's still threatening.
It's a force, though. Screams
yes,
force down to 550.
Of course he did. Why wouldn't you, Michael? Because he'll hit this shot and win.
Yeah, and then get a showstopper. And
30 seconds
and you're
left.
the idiot.
Yeah.
How dare you doubt our Lord and Savior Scream? Well, let's find out. Oh, this time you're wrong. Kellogg's is right. He does get out of there in time as well. And actually, Avova unaffected by this.
Avova's still got paranoia as well.
And does get over one, though. Shin finds the right time to dip through on rafters and gets the punish. 10 seconds, though. This gets a little bit scary.
What?
Come on! Kellogg's is Joe, and it's just a flying in on their bodies. No mercy. This is filthy work.
Yeah, unfortunately, early on, there's very few positives to take away for Karmine Corp. Nothing really for them to build upon.
There was no second swing there. There was no other body.
I don't know exactly where NewZero was, but there's no need for Nevera to be swinging that early.
It's which way, who made the error? It's like, where was the support or where? Oh, Michael, what are you seeing?
Thrifty, Screeko,
a Screeko
thingy that they like doing. There's ults here as well, though.
They are. They've got plenty of ults, Mike. Here we are. We've got
there.
almost everything ready to go. NewZero, yeah, okay, you don't have his. That's a bit of an issue. But everything else is there. Now, other side, Zeke's got his, and I think Avova's got his as well. Mixwell one away from the res, but again, here we go. Kellogg straight away removes one of those instrumental ults from the board. And this variety from Kellogg's, we've seen him patrolling middle now. We've seen a little bit of attention over towards A. He is absolutely omnipresent and a big problem. Needs to be careful here. There's a lot of players pouring up towards ramp, and he is alone. Here. Supports over towards CT or towards Pillar. Yeah, he's got to back away from this. Kellogg's was about to get crunched on. Does just about make it away. But they're closing that gap and quick. Almost. He's retaking the space. The audacity on this man.
I mean, he's 12 and 3. Can just keep swinging.
And Zeke still got Navera. Okay, Zeke went down in the meantime, a little bit wild for my taste. But it's kind of messy. This is looking more like deathmatch between these two. XMS slips through. They have some access towards A, but Avova. Ah, the timing! Oh my God, what?
What?
Come off in. How's he getting XMS in that? He's backpedaling away? Shouldn't have happened, but it does. And now the two remaining. We've got Nuzera and Shin.
Spike planted.
Spike's down, finally something on their side, but they're outnumbered, and Mixwell's clearing quickly. Starting to step through, big punish, Shin's gone down, and Nuzera does get one back. Oh, but Kellogg's quick to it. He is not letting them get away for a second. Hand on the throat, Kellogg's is absolutely unrelenting this game.
And the peel away from that opening engagement as well. Kellogg's finds the kill. I think even Avova actually shooting a little bit of utility out of the sky there to enable him to find it. And immediately you see Heretics drift back into a much deeper hold. They want to force the hand of Karmine Corp.
How did he get XMS? I still don't know. Oh.
This is looking so much better from Heretics. In terms of these setups, in terms of the decisions being made, whether or not that does fall towards Prep or towards Zeke, absolutely calling a great game of Valorant here. Nevera's bought. It's just continuing. Yes, showstopper here, but unless Nevera's going to find anything out, obviously a pivotal role here on the Cypher to have that utility available for these buy rounds.
He is feeling audacious today.
I'm still talking. I'm thinking there's no way he's peeking that.
Oh, he's peeking that. He's peeking just about everything. And they put everything in just to clear that area out, including the kitchen sink, and he's still daring to double dip. Looks like a B end. Divide's going to go up. Kellogg's is going to get ahead of that. Yeah, of course it. Ooh,
he was almost on for that
close.
as well.
That was real damn close. Scream. How far are you willing to go for this? There is Zeke backside. And it's got him. Okay, Zeke cleared. That's great. And actually, Mixwell going down. All right, this is much better. 5v3. Took a lot to get there. A couple of these ults finally coming in. XMS needs to be careful. Now going to see potentially two bodies crest that corner up towards heaven. Just about having the timing here to invest that utility. And actually, Boo's got him. Got him from CT. Trade for Shin. Down to Avova and Kellogg's. Shin's read it really well off that utility. Avova wanted to check off the back of the paranoia, but no. Kellogg's deciding time to back away. Operator, keep it in hand.
Protect the KD. This is how he plays when he's +10. I'm fine with it. Doesn't even really need to save here, but
No.
again, not feasible. I want to potentially give away one towards the Rolling Thunder. One more to Shin, who actually only needs one for the ultimate in the next. We'll get their second. Maybe just catching Heretics off guard a little bit here. So that confidence brimming from some of these plays being made now by Heretics. Again, tangible. Wow, what a Karmine Core really bring into some of these approaches. Nuzera actually still stuck on that Guardian. And Nuzera actually bringing the Spectre across.
Oh. They made it kind of work before. Scream though, it took a lot. And it's XMS to go down. This is the fight over towards B. Again, they're winning on both extremities.
Yeah.
Both sides of the map. You could not ask for a better start if you're a defending side. You've just had the dream beginning.
But it kind of is though. It's a solo challenge on both sides. Limp-wristed, no util to really enable Karmine Core to win either duel.
It's the intention behind utility. Kellogg's disrespecting it, playing in front of it. He's going back again. Shin this time will punish him for that overstep, but it is still a 4v2, so it's going to need something miraculous from Navera here. And he's missed the timing.
Oh my
God,
God,
see the
Zeke
barrel?
got up. He's heard it. He's heard it now.
Well, yeah, it turns around. Zeke can dip back away towards this. And there's not a % chance in the world Navera return. No. Feels like the world's out against you when those moments happen, so it's all on Shin. Does get the first. Needs 3 more. Gonna pop the mosh pit down just to give himself a couple of safe seconds. Position's still going to be considered off the back of that boombot.
30 seconds left.
And it's going to be Zeke on the case. Timing, yeah, shoulder peeks, spots him, knows where he's heading. Don't know if Boo can beat him to this. Might beat him to the cross. Yeah, he absolutely has. Shin, there's nothing here. He's really struggling to make it out. All that late round utility coming into effect, trying to make it across. He's been spotted the whole way through. Feeling like someone's watching you for bullets. He's out of them. Time for a reload, but the map's getting smaller and smaller. 5 seconds. He's just a victim. He's left there behind the pillar.
Great discipline from Boo as well.
Yep.
Just to wait that out.
Didn't feel the need to do it all himself. Waits for the boys.
Another round where they're just desperately trying to increase the pressure. Actually, yeah, with the paranoia. I didn't even spot this on the minimap ahead. Beautiful setup from Avova to isolate that kill. These are the things now. Heretics can start just pulling out some of these, I won't say random, but...
Well, they can throw in a dash of aggression,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Unpredictable plays.
And here's a little bit of a switch up again. Kellogg's different peak this time. Eventually does back away because the boombot does temper some of that early potential.
You see he's digging deeper and deeper now with this operator though.
He's
and that's
forcing so much util.
terrifying.
Did Zeke hear those steps? He must, yeah, there's 2 players up towards heaven. They absolutely know at least one of them's Navera for sure. Ooh, the spam's real close. XMS, lucky to keep his life, 82 HP, but everyone knows what's coming their way. Nothing.
Blocks the
ultimate.
ultimate.
Oh dear. Fortunately, what we picked up on benefit, there it is. But again, look how small the map is getting. You already have a flank coming in.
Zeke's all the way into
lingering
sewers.
through sewers. And now Kellogg's is on the case. Hello and goodbye, Shin. Gonna lose life. Kellogg's with another peek. Note scream. Crossing to the right side. Already ready for it. Kellogg's is such a monster to play against. And again, remember that flank. Here it is. Nuzera does win the fight. That's one small benefit. But you can't really back away from this now. Do you maybe try and run through from vents? Get out of there. Kellogg's,
Oh my
again,
God.
almost over-aggressing here. Running them ragged.
Gets Navera down to 20 though. Avova still committed towards this B-hole just in case the audible comes through. Karmine don't know what to do. There's 10 seconds left. There's not enough time for this.
There isn't enough time, even if they run and don't stop. I don't think they've even got enough time for the plant here. Avova just needs to sit and stay safe. Yeah, no chance of the plant now. Left it way too late. The clock is their biggest hit. Boo better not die. Boo, you better just live.
And this is the sort of thing, it's so obvious in some of these rounds. Heretics are like, yeah, let's just apply a little pressure and make them sweat. And they completely overthink this round. Karmine Corp have achieved nothing in the first minute and 15 seconds. And the fact that it's someone like Nuzera that's there to pick up the flank, you haven't got that utility on the front line.
No.
It's excruciating Valorant to watch.
It is.
Beautiful on one side.
Stunning, but again, it's from faults as well. But another switch up. Kellogg's here. Not going for that same mid play. This does allow Scream a little bit more room to work. Wingman just waddling about. Deeper wall as well. Just going to give up middle.
And the read now is that, yeah, Karmine didn't really know what to do with the round. They got A heaven control, so let's stack B, because they're probably just going to...
They'll go back to that probably, won't they?
Yeah, they're going to bite the bullet. They'll just try and exec B.
Probably why there's 4 players here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could still win the fights, though, obviously.
I'm worried. Nuzera cannot die here.
Yeah, that
Spike is still back in spawn.
Kellogg's has been pretty good for these two. Mixwell does get seen. Okay, now that position, how much damage can he do? A good amount of chip damage, sure, but he does lose his life for it, so that's the first step towards B. But again, if Kellogg's finds this one player, the plan goes to all hell. Now 2. Do they util? No util to force him off this angle particularly.
Now Shin's got the fight, but he's so
Oh, he's everywhere. He's everywhere at once, and Zeke, a knife in the back. They read it like a book, Mike. You said it, and they've shown you exactly as to why. Shin can go sit and spawn for 20 seconds if he wants to. Nothing else to do here.
Yeah. Rub salt in the wounds. The neural theft to confirm that Shin just cowering away. And they want to remove this rifle.
Oh, yeah.
Going out of this.
Z came far. He's trying it. Oh my god, Shin, alright. Yeah, he fought for that rifle. He gets to keep it. But at 9-2, how much difference can it make?
Yeah, just very little going right for Karmine Corp. Even in these scenarios where, you know, you throw it up to a 50-50, somebody's taking a 50-50 challenge that maybe is a 1-for-1, but all of them going in favor of Heretics. And this is the first time Karmine Corp actually stack up as 4 to prioritize an area of the map, and they just get dismantled.
Right there.
Beautiful read from Heretics. Like I said, they know what Karmine Corp couldn't achieve with full A heaven control, and they're gonna roll the dice now, try B.
And you can't get away from him.
No.
He knows it too. He's just running through this map like a fire through a forest. He can't be stopped. He is just spreading everywhere. Again, more impact. Second this round. You just can't get away from him. No matter what, 20
perfectly for
already.
Mixwell as well.
Yeah, and here we go. Just like Zeke was in that prior round. The push and the pull from this. He gets over-aggressive, and does he get rewarded? Slipping through the smoke. He's looking for it, trying to find it. Does get challenged down. Scream got him, but Boo got the trade. So even with that one bit of damage, it feels like the whole round you're just trying to find Kellogg's, let alone get the round win. Nuzera does bulldoze through Mixwell.
He was thinking about going back there.
I wouldn't. Okay, Nuzera. 47 HP and a bit of a dream hit. 35 seconds to work with. He'd love a pick, but he's going to have to take so long to try and get it. I don't think you get that.
30 seconds left.
Oh, they're wise to it. They're so wise to it. And now he's got less time to work with.
Look at the stage of the round here. Avova's not used a single piece of utility either. And this is the lack of pressure as a byproduct of Kellogg's early round aggression.
He's so paranoid. He is so paranoid that someone will be so nearby. He's tried to run through his utility and they're slowly closing in. Nuzera none the wiser as to Avova's position. And oh, as the paranoia hits, he falls to the knees. This has been an outstanding half from Heretics. Absolutely outclassing Karmine Corp here.
An element of feast or famine coming to light here for Scream as well. Barely a peep out of him on this attack in half. And again, it's tough actually because a lot of this you don't want to pin on Karmine Corp. Heretics are just playing a very, very well-rounded, structured game of Split here. Same could be said about Icebox as well. The game plan's there and it's executed perfectly every single time. Kellogg's firing on all cylinders.
And it's just what he's allowing them to do. You saw Zeke make the most of it, Mixwell make the most of it. They're so hell-bent on trying to deal with him, and rightly so. I mean, the man is just a fiend at this point that by the time they get him down, by the time they remove him away from it, everyone else is surrounded them. They have no position available to them. Again, yeah, this is the Heretics we've been waiting to see a little bit here. It feels like a long time in the making, potentially, and if this can continue, fantastic. But sadly, on the other side, where are the answers? Well, where's that adjustment? Where's that tack timeout to try and adjust?
I was just about to say the same thing we said the other night. Actually, now, if this is the standard being set, and this is exactly how I pitched Karmine Corp's performance the other night, if this is now the standard set for Heretics, then, hey, they're actually back in the contender talk. This is a very, very promising thing if you're a Heretics fan. They can get back on the same page, and some of these players can actually realize some of their potential.
Yeah, we've always, you can look at them as individual parts and see the potential. It's, okay, well, let's find it as 5. Because that's what's been missing. It felt with a couple of these players on different iterations of this roster had never quite synergized well enough together. You've seen the the spacing and everything else, and all the other kind of fundamental issues plagued them in the past. We've been waiting to see can Kellogg's current title do get a better idea of that. That's what I'm hoping for. We see how it shakes down.
Certainly, we come away from locking, and there's that kind of tongue-in-cheek single Ilium. We didn't see him against a deeper pool of teams. There are a variety of teams. That's what we're looking for here. Exactly. With VCT this year.
Coming into those one-off tournaments, you can kind of come in with not necessarily something one-dimensional, but you can get away with a bit more. For now, Heretics on the attacking side, though, and off to what was meant to be a blistering start, but Navera's having none of it. Puts a stop to it quickly, and now looks for a further follow-up. He's not alone. Eximus here as well, but surrounded. And plenty of problems. Boost caught him through the smoke. And now you look for the rest. Nuzera can't hit a barn door. What's going on? Shin and Scream, can you save the day? What?
Well, initially looked great. The pathing from Zeke is perfect. The pathing from Kellogg's is perfect to create so much pressure. Kellogg's gets deleted. It doesn't even matter. That second wave completely rolling over Karmine Corp. Curious to see. I mean, this with how some of the buy rounds look for Karmine Corp, you'd argue this is probably a pretty comfortable purchase for them, but it's only going to be pistols coming into this.
How much armor is behind those pistols?
XMS and Scream have light shields, obviously.
Obviously.
So I think kills dependent. They might not even get a rifle in the last.
All right. Let's see. Away we go again. Kellogg's. Oh,
Concealment.
dead. Okay. XMS, Paranoia hits it. It feels like rinse and
The
repeat.
paint shell's perfect.
It's very good. It was actually Mixwell to take him out of his misery more than anything. But Zeke, the follow-up, Divine. Step by step, taken through the site. But there is the unknown quantity of Navera. Yet to note this. Probably noting there is a cipher nearby somewhere, but yeah, found. Mixwell just clearing through pillage diligently. Scream. All right, gets it over. Goes down. Okay. Need a bit more, though. Need 3 more to be precise.
Spike planted.
What's Util left to work with here? But Boo's still holding on to this position. He's going to re-challenge here. Got to be careful, actually. Unfortunately, Nuzera's not here. Maybe going to line this fault line in towards spawn to try and catch Boo, but no, Scream just going to take a stab at it.
Just going to walk down ramp.
Just going to take a swing.
And it's a miss. They both go down, and Heretics makes it 12. And it feels like a bit of a whimper here from Karmine Corp, rather than going out swinging. At least they get a rifle.
Wow.
Yep.
Because Scream got a kill.
Yep. Otherwise, Guardian.
Trying to actually do the math on the fly. A credit to Karmine Corp in that regard. They must have the numbers all figured out. Scream's I got to be good for one here. If I'm good for one, I'll get a rifle next round.
Yep.
Don't sweat it.
I got mine. I got mine. Don't worry. All right, good end on this one.
There's 2 Guardians.
It doesn't feel like a good purchase. But
Oh my God.
and we go again back into the trenches of the A site. Nuzera's once again found Kellogg's. Kellogg's is having a terrible time trying to get towards the site. 2 back-to-back kills and no trade. Now Zeke somehow in their spawn though, which is a little bit worrying. And Mixwell's just found Scream. Hold on, that's one of the only rifles I think they had. So they are making it. Oh, good God. Okay, Zeke's gone down, but look at the spike. He is off towards B. They can find this out pretty quickly. That's fine.
Navera's 1 HP though.
Spike planted.
They got numbers.
Not
They
sure
got
when
numbers.
Mixwell's going to get this heal back either, but obviously that's a massive upgrade for him in a 2v3.
just don't want
But
it to
call
be
it a
too late.
2v2. Navera barely breathing.
Yeah, he's just going to be taking the trip around the world all the way through spawn. May get there at some sort of relevant time, but for now,
This is actually terrible. If this hit comes through heaven, Mixwell can late lurk for this plant.
Last player.
Big kill.
with 1 HP, Navera gets him over down. And Mixwell decides to come back through on CT, but time. They need to get a move on still. If they're going to go for this cross, they need to go now. Okay, thankfully, they hit the shot, but I was getting dangerously close to running out of time. No
He's
shot.
not got it.
What?
There's no time on the defuse, Lauren. That is about the best way to summarize that day for Karmine.